Hey guys, it's Brittany. I am so excited to do this Periscope today. I've kind of been praying about it for the last couple of days. Hey Jill, I'm so excited that you're on. Because I think that I have a lot to bring to the table in terms of transformations. If you have been my friend on Facebook or you're a fellow coach or anything, you definitely know that I've gone through a lot of stuff in the last year. And while I took a step back from my business, I realized there was so much learning that I went through during this time. And so I feel like I have to share it with you guys to actually give this away. It's not something I think it would be a disservice to keep this locked inside. So I want to talk about 5 seriously simple tips that you can incorporate into your life that will help transform your life. If you've been following me on Periscope or seen a lot of my Facebook posts or Twitter posts lately, you'll know I've really been talking about transforming your life starting on the inside. And I honestly believe it's super crucial. So, these are going to be 5 tips that will help you transform the inside. One of the things I'm learning is um, harnessing who I am and finding my passions in life are what's helping me be a better coach, a better girlfriend, daughter, sister, friend, everything. And these are some tips that seriously help me go to that level. So, number one was a video I kind of talked about a couple days ago. If you were on, um, being mindful of the voices or influences in your life. So the people you spend the time with. I think I mentioned there's that age-old quote that you become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. And if there are people you spend a lot of time with, or people that you would consider close friends or even family members that are not um, positive influences, I honestly think that the best idea is to really kind of distance yourself. I understand that we can be positive influences in other people's lives, but it's a very fine line. Yes, toxic people have to go. I agree, Jill. I mean, like I said, you can be a positive influence in other people's lives, but if somebody is a constant drain on you, um, you're just hurting yourself. You're not benefiting anybody. You're not really helping them, because instead of you raising them up, you are lowering yourself. And I did that whole Periscope the other day about watching what you're putting on TV and the music you're listening to, because I don't think that people understand it. But watching these toxic TVs, like, one of the ones that comes to mind is The Bachelorette or The Bachelor. So much drama on there. Sometimes I like it kind of as an escape from my life, but then other times I realize I'm becoming a little like over dramatic about other stuff in my life because I'm watching these shows filled with drama. Um, but I mean, it's everything. It's the people around you. It's the TV shows you watch, the music you listen to, the social media people you follow. You've really, really got to hone in on that and make it so that you're only seeing positivity. So, second one is making yourself a priority. Um, I know I'm a coach. I totally get it. And I talk about this all the time, making yourself a priority. But, um, it doesn't have to just be health and fitness, but I can promise you something I've learned over the last year is that, I've battled depression without medicine. And not the easiest road, let me tell you, but I have done it. And one of the biggest things is eating healthy and exercising. When I'm exercising and eating healthy and committing myself to at least an hour a day of just time for me, I can fill up other people's cups. When I'm feeling depleted, when I'm not feeling like I'm at my best, I'm not helping anybody. So, for me, exercising is it for everyone really creates endorphins. It sets you in a positive mindset. It really helps you, feel better about yourself, feel better about those around you. And it's something that I think, is crucial to improving your life in any way. And Sorry, I was getting text messages. So, um, making yourself a priority, whether that is eating healthy and exercising, which I honestly think should be its own point, but that's a big, big one that so many people miss out on. I have read this quote a million times that um, healthy eating and exercise are the most underused antidepressants in our country, and it's so true. We sit on our butts. Most people work a desk job and don't get up and get moving. They eat out of convenience because in America, especially, we are go 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 go, and that's not helping. You're putting toxic foods in your body, and you are definitely influenced by it. I mean, there's just no way around it. But anything that makes you feel like you're a priority. I don't know if Jill is still on, but I know today Jill was really struggling with some stuff, and she had made a post on Facebook. Like she instead of having a day date with her husband, she went and had a day date with herself and got a pedicure, and that can change so much for you as well. Just doing something, it doesn't have to be every day, but going to get a pedicure, especially if you're a mom, going grocery shopping by yourself, um, doing things that maybe some people would say are selfish, those things that fill up your cup actually make you better, because if you are trying to pour from an empty cup, you will give nobody anything. You have to have a full cup to be able to give to others. And so making yourself a priority in any way is definitely something that's going to help you kind of launch forward into a more successful life. If you're a Beachbody coach watching this, or you sell, any kind of other MLMs, or you're, just a small business owner, or, if you're just feeling stuck in life, making yourself a priority, reminding yourself that you are important is going to do amazing, amazing things for you. Another thing I think I've mentioned before on here, but I really just like all out believe in it, is The Miracle Morning. It's a book by Hal Elrod, and he has this theory that seriously has worked for like tons and tons of people. I mean, he has now like several versions of this book for specific careers and things like that. But it's called The Miracle Morning, and it's this concept that you start your day with these 6 tasks that will help your day be more successful. And if you're like me, Travis can account to this. I have to be to work at 8, and by be at work, I mean in my office, by 8. And sometimes I literally was sleeping till 7:45, 7:50, making a cup of coffee and coming into my office. And that is just, yes, I got more sleep, but I didn't do anything to feed my own soul. And so the principles of the Miracle Morning are silence. So the first thing you do when you wake up is just have a couple of minutes of silence with yourself, with your thoughts. A lot of people use that time to meditate, to just silence your brain, to not be talking to other people, that not be conversing in your own head, thinking about all the things that you need to take on for the day, or anything that's going on in your life, and just relish in that silence. The second one is affirmations. So for me, one of my affirmations every day is that I'm a successful business owner. For a long time, it was that my boyfriend would come home. He traveled for work, and it was really a huge strain on our relationship. And so I said that it's almost like a chant to yourself. Whatever you're trying to achieve, doing that every single day, saying that every single day. If it is that you want to buy a house, putting that out there into the universe is seriously going to help so much, and helps you stay grounded too, in terms of what you're doing with your life. So let me see. Hold on, let me do that every day at work. Successful life / health and fitness coach. I work 8 hours a day at my corporate job and spend the remaining time building my dreams I have a happy and healthy relationship. I work out every day, drink my Shakeology, and treat my body with the respect it deserves. I look at that every day, every single day. And it helps me stay focused on what my real dreams and achievements are. Um, the Okay, so then the third thing is visualizations. So one for me, you can't really see it, but right there is a little check that I wrote to myself that's dated for the last day of the year that has an amount of money on it that I want to make in my business on a weekly basis. And that will allow me to quit my corporate job and be a full-time coach. I look at that every day. It helps me stay grounded. Again, it helps you visualize it. Some people make dream boards, things like that, and they look at those every morning. And it's amazing when you start seeing those dreams checked off your list, how empowered you feel. So the fourth one is exercise. Hal mentions in his book a lot that he runs, something that he really enjoys doing. It may not be running for you, maybe 10 minutes of yoga. When you start really shooting for like an hour for your miracle morning is a great place to start. Mine usually is almost 2 hours because my workouts, if I'm going to lift, are closer to 50 minutes. If I'm running, they're about 30 to 45 minutes. So I add that on to the end. And then the fifth one is reading, personal development. No matter how awesome you think you are, you could always be better. And there's nothing wrong with always trying to improve yourself. And the final one is scribing. I'm not so great at this one. It's definitely something that I need to work on more. But writing down your feelings, writing down where you're at in your business, writing down what you want to achieve is going to really help a lot. Then, and those are the 6 things that you do to start your day. Like before you make breakfast, before you start getting ready for work. So if you have to wake up an hour earlier to make it happen, wake up an hour earlier. But I promise that hour you spend diving into yourself is going to be beneficial. And I'm telling you, everyone I've recommended this book to that has read it has absolutely loved it. And it has said it has transformed my life. When I don't do the miracle morning, literally for one day, don't do it, I can feel it. It is horrible. I feel totally disorganized. I feel like I'm rushing around and I'm not accomplishing anything. Number 4 is incorporating personal development. So, I just believe in personal development. Whether you're running a business, whether you're working on your relationship, whether you are reading the Bible, whether you are just working on influencing a certain area of your life, anything that encourages you to be better is personal development. Anything you're trying to work on and you're reading about it every day, it's personal development. Or listening to, I should say. I went over some podcasts and some books I really love on a Periscope earlier this week. So if you want to know more about those, you'll have to let me know, and I can send you the link to those previous broadcasts where I talk about them. But I just feel like, honestly, it just changes your whole life to constantly be a work in progress. One of the things that some of us struggle with, especially coaches, is the idea that you have to have this perfection image put out to the world, because essentially when you become a coach or you sell any other MLM products, you put yourself out into the world and people expect positivity from you. And when you are not putting out positivity, you feel like you're letting other people down. And sometimes you're just not positive. But I'm telling you that reading personal development will impact your life. It will make you feel more positive. One thing, I'm actually reading a couple books right now. The 5 Love Languages is one of them. I'm also reading The Compound Effect again, because that's really something that is just crucial for my business. I just need to keep reminding myself of it. And then the other one that I'm reading right now is Rising Strong by Brené Brown. I've already read her book, The Gift of Imperfections, and it's really helpful, and I really love the way that she writes and the way she motivates through her words. So I definitely love just constantly improving, constantly putting time and effort into myself. It's honestly absolutely amazing. Then finally, I went over this already a little bit, but healthy eating and exercise. I just can't talk about it enough. If you need links to research or anything like that, you can message me, and I promise you I will give you everything you need. It is literally the most beneficial thing for you to work out. And I just don't know. I don't know how to explain it. When you are somebody, especially that struggles with body image, putting that time into yourself is crucial. And eating healthy, I swear, I feel like I talk to women every single day. They're like, man, I would love to eat healthy, but I just can't afford it. Yeah, you might not be able to afford it if you think like that. I'm telling you, I actually am starting a free group on Monday about healthy eating on a budget, because we are on a budget. We do Dave Ramsey for financial freedom, and we're on a budget. I have an amount I'm allowed to spend every week at the grocery store, but eating healthy is a commitment. And just an example that I had given somebody in the past was, you can get those little Debbie box treats, whatever, they're 5 or 6 in a box, and they're $1. Okay, bananas are 52 cents a pound. Depends on where you find them. Sometimes they're a little more, a little less. But let's just say 50 cents a pound on average. So you can buy 2 pounds of bananas, and I promise you that's like about 12 or more bananas, medium-sized bananas. I mean, that for $1, that's 2 weeks worth of snacks. That's not 1 week. And you're not putting processed foods in it. It still is a sugary snack, but it's a good sugar. It's a naturally occurring sugar. And these are just things that we don't, think about. A bag of apples being $3. Like, oh my gosh, for a whole bag, it's $3. I don't want to spend $3. That's so expensive. But there's like 12 apples in a bag. So how long can that, sustain you? Eggs are great, snack for me. They're budget friendly. We do a lot of stuff with eating like 1 to 2 protein sources a week. If you change it up enough, it doesn't feel like you're eating the same thing over and over again. But I can tell you that it fits our budget and it's healthy. And again, it just comes down to making it a priority. I like to tell people, especially in my challenge groups or people that I'm helping motivationally, instead of saying, I don't have time or I can't afford or whatever the can't, don't statements are, take that out. Take that out of your vocabulary and start saying it's not a priority. Instead of saying I can't afford to work out at home, which by the way is crazy, but instead of saying that, say it's not a priority to be healthy. It's not a priority to feed my family healthy foods. Man, that stings. You can do anything you put your mind to, but if you are already self-doubting before you even start, you're failing yourself and you're failing those around you. Because I'm telling you, the spike in your mood and everything will completely change when you realize what the potential inside of you is. And I think that one of the best ways to do that is to fuel yourself with good nutrition and to work out. I don't care what workouts it is, even if it's not Beachbody, even if it's running or going to the gym, whatever it is, stay doing that. It positively impacts your life far more than you even realize. So kind of to overview, I did forget to mention one thing. I'm kind of working from a list, but I'm trying to not look at it, for being mindful of the voices or influences in your life. My coach, Anita Myron, told me one time, told a group of us in training, that when she first became a coach, one of the things that she did was basically locked her whole Facebook down. So when what she would see on her timeline. So basically what I've done is I created a group of friends, which is super easy to do. You just have to um, you go to friends, like it's on your computer or your internet app on your phone, not in the Facebook app. And you can go to there's a little friends thing. It's on the left hand side, and you could create a list. And I create a list of only people who inspire me. So I have people like Jill Galano, Anita, Bree Holland, Shelly Hobbs. I mean, I have, some top Beachbody coaches. I have Mona Brown is one of them. I have some other, influential people, Hal Elrod, things like that. Those are the only people I follow. I do obviously change it sometimes so I can kind of still see what's going on in people's lives. But those negative Nancys who are always posting negative things or, oh gosh, sharing like political pictures, things like that, I just don't follow them. You can create your list so that people on a specific list are the only people you see in your newsfeed, and that is, it's just money. I'm telling you, it will, when you are surrounded by people with positivity, you can't help but be positive. And I'm telling you, I just cannot hit it home enough that what is going on the inside is going to eventually come out on the outside. Some people may be able to fake it for weeks or some for months or years, but I'm telling you that if you have something eaten away at you on the inside, it will manifest into an outside action or behavior. And you don't want to be one of those people that people don't want to follow on Facebook or that people don't want to invite to get-togethers because you're so just in a negative place in your life or you're stuck. You have to take small steps to change on the inside. You can put a mask on and fake it while you make it, but if you're not making it, if you're not making changes to make it, you'll fake it until you can't fake it anymore, and you'll fail. So, recap. I am going to look at my list for this. Be mindful of the voices or influences in your life. TV, music, people, social media. Make yourself a priority, because something like finding a passion or a hobby, run with it. If it's Beachbody coaching, run with it. If it's running, run with it. If it is crocheting, do it. Make yourself a priority. Read The Miracle Morning and start each day that way. I just have no words to describe how amazing it has helped me feel every single day. Incorporate more personal development into your life through books, podcasts, audiobooks. If you have a long drive into work, put an audiobook in. Listen to a podcast. Listen to YouTube videos of people talking about changing your life. And then finally, healthy eating and exercise. If you're a Beachbody coach, I hope you're already doing this, because being a product of the product is one of the most important rules of being a Beachbody coach. But I know that sometimes we all get caught up in that, and you aren't doing what you know you need to be doing. Stick to the game plan. Don't reinvent the wheel. For coaches, do what you are asking any of your challengers to do. Do what gave you the results. You have to keep pushing forward, because stagnant living it's not good for you. If you're not somebody that's health and fitness related, coaching, or you don't have a routine, I'm totally down to help you, even if it's not with Beachbody products. Although I will say they're amazing, and they have literally transformed my life on the outside. So now I'm working on the inside a little bit here. But I'm totally down to help you. Message me, comment below, whatever it is. Message me, text me, call me. I don't care what it is. I want to help you change your life. And if you're somebody that, has maybe been athletic in the past but isn't now, try to really think back on those times where you were feeling your best, when you crossed that marathon finish line and how that made you feel. Go and do that every day. When something makes you feel good, do it. I mean, I guess unless it's like breaking the law or something, don't do that. But I'm serious. Do what makes you happy and be good at it. When you have passion, it will channel the way that you live your life. If coaching is your passion, coach, and coach hard. If, running your own small business is your passion, run the crap out of that business. Make it your priority. I have this conversation with Travis all of the time. He wants to own his own brewery. I challenge him daily. What are you doing to make your dreams come true? What are you doing to follow through with your passion? And I challenge you guys to the same thing. Find your passion, change on the inside so that what you're doing all this, under construction is what I like to call it, work on the inside, so that when you're ready to leap forward in your business or your relationship or any area of your life, you are ready to go all in. If you're not ready to be all in, you will fail no matter what you do. No matter what business you choose, no matter what relationship you're in, if you are not all in and ready to give it all you have, you will not be successful. And then the failure only adds to the continued frustration in your life. So I hope you guys found this motivational. I hope this is helping. I promise. For any coaches, I know I posted this in a few coaching groups. Any coaches who are watching this, you may not recognize my name, but I've been coaching for 2.5 years. I have taken a step back for the last year to basically reconstruct my life. Some things happened in my relationship and career path and everything that really messed with my head. And I realized I wasn't healthy and I couldn't give anything to anyone else. So, sorry. If you don't recognize my name, you may be a newer coach, but I promise you that what I'm saying is money. I promise you that you could probably ask any top coach, anybody, your upline, anybody like that, and they will tell you that working on yourself it's honestly the reason 90% of us probably signed up to be a coach. But continuing to work on yourself and balancing yourself with your clients. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I am going to try to do some weekly calls, daily posts. I have a really cool idea in the works in terms of sending you some motivational stuff every day. So if it's something you're, interested in, comment on the video, heart it up. I would love all the hearts that you guys can give. I can be reached on Facebook, Brittany Van Ostrin, or my page, Get Fit with Britt. Fit has 2 T's. Instagram or Twitter are same username, B_transformed. And I would love to connect with you. I would love to help you. I would love for you to ask questions, talk about topics that you'd like to see on here, how transforming certain things in your life, ways to do it, tips, tools, all that kind of stuff. I want to share everything that I've learned with you guys because this has been a year-long process that I'm finally feeling like I have control over. And I want to share that with the world because I'm telling you, like I said at the beginning, not doing so is a disservice. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday, and I hope that you found this helpful. Like I said, questions, comments, anything like that, let me know, and I would love to help you.